We've got a lot to unpack today. Let's jump right in. The United States may be on the verge of halting military aid to Ukraine following a tense Oval Office exchange between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy and U.S. President Donald Trump. The Washington Post, citing a senior administration official, reports that the Trump administration is considering suspending all military aid shipments, a move that could severely impact Ukraine's ability to defend itself against Russia's ongoing invasion. CBS reporter Jennifer Jacobs has confirmed that high-level discussions are underway regarding the continuation of U.S. military support to Ukraine. If aid is cut, the consequences could be dire, potentially tipping the war in Russia's favor. The meeting has sparked reactions from both sides of the aisle. Representative Victoria Spartz, the first Ukrainian-born member of Congress, criticized Zelenskyy, accusing him of insulting the American president to boost his standing in Ukraine. Meanwhile, Senator Jack Reed called Trump's handling of the discussion cruel and callous, warning that it sends a message to the world that the United States is an unreliable ally. Meanwhile, European leaders are standing firmly behind Zelenskyy. French President Emmanuel Macron reaffirmed that Russia remains the aggressor and Ukraine the victim. EU diplomat Kaja Kallas pledged increased European support to help Ukraine resist Russian advances. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau also reiterated Canada's commitment to Ukraine's fight for democracy, condemning Russia's invasion as illegal and unjustifiable. In another development from the Oval Office meeting, a TASS reporter from Russian state media was removed from the room after White House officials determined that the outlet was not on the approved media list. Officials have not elaborated on how the journalist was initially allowed into the briefing. In a separate controversy, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi has accused the FBI's New York field office of withholding thousands of documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. In a letter to FBI Director Kash Patel, Bondi demanded the immediate release of all remaining Epstein-related materials, including documents, audio, and video recordings. She stated that despite prior assurances from the agency, critical files were never disclosed. The backlash over Epstein-related disclosures intensified when the House Judiciary Committee's GOP account posted what appeared to be an announcement regarding Epstein's client list, only for users to find themselves redirected to the Rick Astley song, Never Gonna Give You Up, a well-known internet prank. The stunt was widely criticized as dismissive, fueling further demands for full transparency. Turning to domestic activism, an organization called the People's Union USA is calling for an economic blackout this Friday. The group is urging Americans to refrain from spending money for 24 hours in what it calls an act of economic resistance against billionaires, corporations, and political influence over working-class Americans. Founder John Schwartz, a meditation teacher, has also outlined plans for targeted week-long boycotts against major retailers, such as Walmart and Amazon, as well as global brands like Nestlé and General Mills. While some experts believe the movement's immediate impact may be limited, retail sales in major cities and liberal-leaning areas could see noticeable dips. Meanwhile, the Department of Education has launched an NDEI portal for the public to submit complaints about diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives in K-12 public schools. The agency has stated that the reports should focus on instances of discrimination based on race or sex in publicly funded schools. Users submitting complaints must provide personal information, school details, and a written description, with an option to attach supporting documents. In government policy changes, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has ended the Richardson Waiver, a policy that allowed for expedited decision-making without public input. The waiver's repeal is expected to slow down certain policy changes, but is being framed as a move toward greater transparency. While some officials support the change for improving efficiency, critics argue it undermines democratic principles by limiting rapid responses to urgent healthcare issues. That's all for tonight's news update. Thank you for joining us. We'll continue to monitor these stories and bring you the latest developments. Stay safe, stay informed, and have a good night. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.